Hi, one best PR Sports Picks. He's Mike Brenner and Peter Loshak. We are the Odds Couple. Today is April 27th. This is the MLB Odds Couple show for Thursday, April 27th. Of course, every Monday and Thursday, Mike Brenner and I do produced Odds Couple shows where we update our records and where we take a look ahead at the upcoming series for the next 3 days. Let's throw the records up, Mike
Thank
Brenner.
God it's an early season.
Listen, I'm telling you, man.
You're getting hot.
I'm good at. I'm having a good year at baseball, even though my record in the morning shows doesn't reflect it. But I just
I understand more than the viewers know. A lot of your personal wagers and what you do.
Well, they come closer to
exactly
right,
to first pitch and tip off in basketball. Depends on the sport, but that's But what we need to do for time purposes, obviously, it reflects on the record a different way.
Oh, absolutely.
But I work next to this man day in and day out, and I know when he's in his zone. This time last year, Adiel, you can totally. He can admit this. He'll remember it. We were calling Pistol Pete El Fuego. So with that being said, Pistol Pete is back. El Fuego is on fire.
Okay, so we will. And again, our official picks come in the live show that we do every morning at 10:30 Eastern time. All right,
great show by the way in the morning.
Mike Brenner, we have some interesting series coming up. I'll tell you what's caught my. The first one that has caught my eye is
Pete. That whole damn board caught your eye.
Yes,
I don't want to,
definitely. But I have a few things that I've definitely circled here. The Philly and Dodgers series. Now the Dodgers, Phillies actually been had a nice record. The Dodgers, as we know, they struggle against lefties, but they tee off against righties. I'm not sure if I have the right pitching assignments here, but I'm seeing three righties, three kind of vulnerable righties that the Dodgers are going to be facing on Friday. Jared Eichhoff, who's maybe the best of the bunch. Then on Saturday, they're facing Eflin, who is who's had a youngster who's had a couple of good starts, but his FIP is indicating that he might get hit a little bit harder. Then on Sunday, I'm seeing Vince Velasquez as a starter. Again, he's a guy who up and down, but has been getting hit. I'm thinking the Dodgers might be a good bet on a sweep on this series, that they're going to be undervalued.
And it could be, Pete. You're looking at a Phillies team before, when we're doing this in the morning, they're playing right now, but they're 10-9 or 11-9 or something at this point, straight up. And you're looking at a Dodgers team trying to find some traction. This might be the series to find that traction, simply because it's the right-handed pitching. You couldn't have said it any better.
And other factors as well.
But Pete, doesn't this Philadelphia team starting to remind you a little bit of? Remember last year when they just started winning? We were like, holy shit, Philly went and with that Velasquez and the same arms, Eflin, because you had a good read on them. But the fact is, there's no stout left-handers facing the Dodgers against for Philly in this series. This could be an opportunity for a sweep.
Philly might be going an extended run of being undervalued.
I don't know about a sweep though, because I'm not yet sold completely on this offense for LA. I think they're underachieving.
I'm just looking. I mean, first of all, we'll have to see what the odds are, but
it is possible.
On Friday, Kenta Maeda has been struggling, but he's working on his mechanics. He should have a bounce back. He should be better going forward.
Sure.
We might get a low number just because of how much he's been struggling. Then on Saturday, McCarthy's starting. He's been excellent, and I think
great
he's
pickup for them.
I think he's reliable. And then on Sunday, Ryu, also like Maeda, another guy who has been struggling, but I think his peripherals indicate that he's likely to be better going forward. His last start was his best start of the year, and I predicted that would happen. So, in general, we'll see what the lines are. Again, with Dodgers can easily be overvalued, even when they're not doing well. But
and then again, they could come out of that one spot where all the bats come together and all the stars fall in the right place because they are facing a vulnerable right-handed pitching staff at home. And you know what? Teams pick up momentum that way, Pistol.
Yeah. All right. Then there's one other game that I want to circle.
There's only one other.
A lot of them. Before we get to what's caught your eye, but this might be a series that has caught your eye.
I love it. This is all catching my eye.
On Friday, just keep in mind what I'm saying. On Friday, knuckleballer Stephen Wright is starting for Boston. He's been getting pounded, and the people who are analyzing him and himself, actually, his self-analysis are that his knuckleball is he got injured last year, and his knuckleball hasn't been the same since then, and his knuckleball is not really.
We faded him for a while last year, Pete.
His knuckleball is not moving as much as it was when he was great. He's going to be at home against the Cubs. The Cubs might be a good spot. Just Cubs team total over. Cubs -1. Cubs run line, whatever.
Cubs don't care if they're on the road or where. And when you have a vulnerable pitcher in a spot like that, boom. Pete, you said something today, and matter of fact, it caught your attention for damn near 5 minutes in the live show. And again, it does have betting value, so I don't want you to go off on me here. But David Ortiz, you said it today. This guy led the league, led the majors last year in RBIs and retired. Let's just say he's still with that team. Stephen Wright, his confidence could be better. He knows he's got somebody behind him. That team lacks offense, and I'm telling you, I love that spot. Cubs should shellac him on the road.
I think the problem with Stephen Wright is his shoulder injury and his knuckleball just isn't dancing. So, the Cubs might get crushed again.
I like that.
Yeah. All right, Mike Brenner, what would you like to bring to our attention?
Well, actually, one thing I'm going to bring to the attention, we're going to be doing the show live via satellite next week, Pistol Pete, because I'm going to be heading to Florida for a quick trip, and then I'm also also going to be shooting out to Las Vegas and sneaking up on some of our presenters out
love
there.
Las Vegas, man.
And you know what? I can't wait. I can't wait. It's that time of year, man. I'm heating up an NBA, so why not do a show from the casinos out there? I have a nephew, and hats off, buddy. Love you, Evan. He's the best, and he's got a big a deal going on, and he's picking me up, and it's playoff time. So I'm going to take care of some family business I need to handle. But every single day, I'm going to be doing videos from a different casino out there in Vegas, and I promise you, I'm going to make it happen.
Okay.
So here's what I want to talk about since you asked me. All right. I like the Baltimore at New York series. This is a real important series for these two because of the rivalry and because of, hey, the season's starting to progress. People are getting positioning for the second. It's making sense. This is going to be, I think, a dogfight for some reason because it's at New York. I think Baltimore might bite off a little more than they can chew.
That's possible. I mean, they have been
because of the bullpen of the Yankees.
They are right now the most profitable team in baseball. The Yankees are top 10 though. Baltimore's been great on the road. Yanks been great at home. And
something's got to give.
Yeah, and you might be right. Baltimore may be a little bit overachieving so far this year. Not that they're not an excellent team, but are they number one in baseball in terms of money standings going forward? I don't think so.
This is going to determine quite a bit there. And, Pete, I think Yankees might get the better end. I think they could do a 2 out of 3. But that did catch my eye. But and what are your thoughts on that and any pitching matchups that you like?
That's a very interesting series. And, again, it totally depends on what the lines are. But the Yankees have some nice starting arms going. I'm seeing Pineda starting on Friday. I'm seeing that youngster lefty Montgomery starting on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I'm seeing Severino. Again,
and guess why? Guess who they skipped?
CC Sabathia.
That's right. And the Yankees are figuring it out. I'm telling you, I like it. Those arms you just named.
Yeah, you're
Pete,
right.
I
and
like
they do have the bullpen. So you're absolutely right. The Yankees might wind up being a little bit undervalued in this series. Good call, Mike Brenner.
Thank you.
All right, now on Friday, another game that's caught my eye. A little bit of a minor game, but Atlanta at Milwaukee. Atlanta's a team that I'm happy to fade in any situation. Milwaukee, as we know, with Thames has been a bit of a surprise this year. And Garcia is starting for Atlanta. He started off the year poorly. He's been getting better, but Milwaukee pounds the hell out of lefties, and this might be a spot where. And Anderson on the other side has been pitching great for Milwaukee. He's not that good. He's going to regress later on in the year, but he has been pitching great. That might be a good spot to take Milwaukee.
And it might be exactly. And I just cashed with Garcia on his last outing because he figured out his struggles that were early. I think it was his last 1 or 2 back when I cashed with him. But you're exactly right. He might be facing the wrong lineup for this, and that's a spot I wouldn't back them. But you know what? I may jump on Milwaukee.
We'll see what the line is.
And Thames is knocking the leather off this baseball. You got Braun, of course, can do what he needs to do. I like that, Pete. I like that. You got me thinking.
Milwaukee
Good call,
is,
Pistol Pete.
And then another game that I want to
sounds like a movie. Sounds like a name of a movie. Fading Milwaukee. You remember Raising Arizona? Well, how about Fading Milwaukee?
Or just Good Call, Pistol Pete. That's
good call, Pistol. That'd be a hell of a good movie.
Seattle and Cleveland on Saturday. We have Gallardo going against Salazar, and Cleveland's underachieved a little bit this year. I mean, when I was at the beginning of the year, I was thinking, man, this team might be highly valued and highly rated, and still be a good bet.
2 big name pitchers, I think, have caused that downslide. All right, and you could probably tell me who they are. Absolutely. Tomlin,
yes.
Come on, man. I didn't see that coming. I thought that guy would grab it. And after his first bad outing, I thought, okay, boom.
Well, he's a guy who has good control, but he's very hittable.
Yes.
And so he's a guy who's going to hit up a lot of home runs.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, Salazar starting. And Salazar is obviously a guy with electric stuff.
Yes.
Does have command issues, but when he doesn't, when he can control his command issues, he can be lights out. And Gallardo is starting for Seattle. We know he's a vulnerable starter. And Cleveland hits righties better than lefties. So I'm thinking that on Saturday, Cleveland might be a good bet.
I think so as well. I've already looked at that, and if you recall, because I recall everything we did last year, Pete, I'm not kidding you. But when this guy Salazar, all right, when he is healthy, because remember last year he got hurt.
Yes,
he got hurt.
Yes.
And it really, and you caught it. You were like, look out, look out. And it was like a 5-week spot where you had to be careful. I think this kid's going to come in and really get focused. But that hitting is, I think, overdue. I think it's ready to really, really explode more consistently for Cleveland. I think this is that series where people are going to go, look out.
Yeah.
Love
and then the only other game I want to identify is Cincinnati at Seattle at St. Louis. Arroyo against Leakey. Arroyo makes his next start. He's still shaky, but give him credit. His last start
been serviceable, as you would say.
Better than serviceable.
Yeah.
Last start, he was facing a tough Cubs lineup. We thought he might get crushed there. He threw 7 strikeouts, no walks in 6 innings. So kudos to Arroyo. Long term, though, I'm still not a buyer on him. And Leak has been unreal. Might be a nice spot to take St. Louis.
I think it's a safe spot, and I do. I think it's a comfortable spot and safe because I don't see Arroyo putting together consistently from this point. I think if anything, he's going to start going into fade and I'm tired mode. Let's get real. The guy's 40 years old.
Then again, though, St. Louis's lineup. I mean, look looking at their game right now, Matt Latos, after 3 innings, has shut him down.
And we thought that, thought it could be Shellac Latos Day, but not happening as of. So we may walk out of the studio unless you got that damn thing on while we're not. Hey, Pete, there is one I want to talk about, Mets and Washington, because the Mets now have pitching issues, all right? And Matt Harvey got inserted into today's game as we're filming this. They're playing. Got a little pounded early, okay? I mean, literally, first inning was rough, second inning was rough. All right, now you're looking at a team. Guess why they shut down the big guy? Because it's tired. His shoulder, his arm is already tired. We're talking about Syndergaard.
Yeah.
All right. That spells trouble for this team because your offense cannot carry that team right now.
Yeah.
Washington might pound the hell out of this team. I see a sweep on the horizon.
I actually have that.
I see a sweep on the
same
horizon.
Kind of thoughts. I said,
yes.
Here we go. I say, here's my notes for that series.
Yep.
Oh boy, Washington will be a big fave,
It does. Oh boy.
But might be a good bet anyway. Washington is top 5 in the money standings in baseball right now. The Mets are in the bottom 5 of the money standings.
Yeah.
And
boy.
The Mets have been profitable on the road.
Yeah.
But I agree with
sweep,
you.
I'm going for it.
I agree.
I wonder what the series sweep odds could be on that.
I don't know, but
is that even available?
No,
yes, it could be. Not today.
Yeah.
But it could
all right,
be.
Mike Brenner. Is there anything else you'd like to bring?
No, that was good. And again, I'm just want to thank our viewers. I really do. And we got some Miami Connection guys coming down the end of next month. Thank you guys. Thanks for believing in us, because you met Pistol Pete and I in Punta Cana. I'm talking about Ray, Sean, Jose 21, and Pops. All right, they're coming down in person. We set them up with a fishing trip, me and Nucci last night. So now they're going to be going low bottom fishing, catching rooster fish. All right. So stuff's happening. Without you guys, we're nothing. So I appreciate all of your loyalty and your respect. And for the crew behind us that does so much amazing work that doesn't get a hell of a lot of credit because no one knows they're there, I want to thank them as well. Pistol.
All right. Sounds
and
good,
I love
Mike
working
Brenner.
with you.
Catch our official MLB picks for Friday, tomorrow morning at 10:30 Eastern Time.
We're the Odds Couple. We're coming to you, baby.
Well, this episode of The Odds Couple is over. But if you give us a like and click SBR's logo at the bottom of the screen to subscribe, then you'll get all the upcoming videos as soon as they come out. And don't forget to take advantage of our website. There's free picks, live betting lines, and sportsbook reviews and ratings guides, and a whole lot more. Check it out now.